Welcome to Elevator Paso. We have a great show lined up for you today. As you know, Elevator Paso is a program designed to bring the spotlight to those everyday heroes who nobody recognizes, as well as advice from those who have already achieved that quality of life we are all seeking. Elevator Paso's mission is to establish beacons of light in our community, and its vision is to create a movement that makes El Pasoans proud of helping each other out and raising that quality of life. The purpose for all this is the love for our community and those people in it. We have some great guests today, and I hope you enjoy the show. Stick around.
Visit Glow and Tanning Boutique for your highest experience in luxury tanning and the latest technology in town. Glow Tanning and Boutique, 2106 Zaragoza.
All right, guys, welcome back to Elevator Paso. We have made our way down with Raul and MonsterLink. They have a great operation that I feel everybody should be aware of. Their mission statement is exactly our TV show's mission statement, which is to elevate the quality of business that is done in our city and elevate that perception of how it is that we work here in the borderland. Raul has a great mission, and he has been taking the digital world by storm. Brother Raul, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Brother, tell us a little bit about your company. How did you get started in all this? I know that you've been doing this for a good while now.
Yeah. So I've been doing marketing or, in the business of SEO for maybe about 8 or 9 years. We started off with the focus on search, but we've expanded because we've also had other things that we've done throughout the years, like video, website. So all of that together has created MonsterLink, which is, now it's been built off of, just those core services.
And I remember when these guys were going around doing live videos, which was something that was completely innovative. It was something that nobody else was doing before. From that, you've been able to build up on it. It is still a home operation, and yet your effect is across the nation at this point. Yeah. I know you do have some clients out of state as well.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that and how you're able to grow from just your home.
Well, really, having a home base, I think, is the future of business. Becoming smarter with the things that we do. Cutting down traveling time. I'm big on that. I used to work 9 to 5. For many of years and be stuck in traffic and be frustrated, sitting there for an hour thinking this time could be used in other ways. And so, I've worked for a very long time. Like I was telling you, before the interview, we spoke a little bit about this place was a studio. So for many years, I've utilized this garage as a working space. I had to use the resources that I had and start from there and start from ground zero. At this point, we no longer need to be in a garage, but we've talked to the team, and a lot of the team feel like that money could be better utilized within the team. And so the money that we make, we invested in ourselves and our equipment. You can see that we invest a lot in our screens and our computers, our cameras and stuff, and we would rather invest the money in that and in ourselves and getting us a better quality of life.
Right, and Raul, tell us a little bit about the mission of MonsterLink.
So the mission is for changing the way that businesses interact with their customers. When I say that, it's again going back to utilizing technology to make cheaper, faster, smarter decisions as a business owner. So that's our mission, is to go out into the market and use technology and use that technology to help businesses be smarter, be able to sustain, because in today's world, a lot of businesses are going out of business because they're not utilizing a lot of the tools that are available today, and people are becoming faster. They're becoming better at doing the job. It's not about who who is the best at doing the job, it's who's the best at selling it. And so it's important that the people that are selling it, that we're working side by side with them, or that we're having part in creating a culture, or to create a standard of doing business, so that the people out there are not only being the best at selling, but they're also providing the best service as well too.
Now, shifting mindsets a little bit in regards to your in the personal perspective of things, tell me what it took to keep that determination to get here. I know this isn't an easy industry.
Yeah.
I know you are a big hustler and you're always out and about.
Yeah.
But there must have been a moment when you just wanted to give up. What did it take to be able to continue and move forward?
It takes determination, persistence. Honestly, like, there's days that I still go through where I may doubt myself still. And I think it's human. It's learning to understand and to be able to identify that every time it happens to you, and to be able to move forward through that. And I think that's the best thing. I'm a very determined person. When I get set on something, I work, I get into my routines. I'm up early in the morning. I still have to be dad and take my kids to school, and come back here, work hard. I think all of it is structure. The way you structure yourself, the way you organize yourself. I like to wake up every morning with positive reinforcements. I listen to positive motivational stuff. I preach that to my kids. The way you start your day is the way your day is going to go. So I'm a big believer in making sure that you're staying positive. And so one of the things that holds me together is just continuing to bring myself back, staying humble, continuing to stay a student of the game. I'm always learning every day. As I drive, I've replaced my drive time with audiobooks, and so I try to keep that structure in my life, and that organization helps me to be able to be more consistent than the average person. I set my mind to do certain things, and I'll stick with it longer. I work during the day, but I also work at night as well too.
So what we're saying is we need a structured routine that we could follow through every day.
Yeah.
We need to have a vision that allows us to stay determined, keep ourselves in the zone where we're able to disregard distractions and just stay what we're working on.
Yeah.
And stay humble, you mentioned.
Yeah.
Continue to learn. These are the keys to success?
Yeah, I believe, just identifying that we're being influenced all day. Every single day, there's something coming and influencing you to change your route. And so you have to stay focused. You have to make sure that you're aware of what's going on. And I think that being aware of yourself, being aware of who you are, your strengths is what's important.
Is this morning ritual of listening to something positive, taking a little bit of time to meditate, is this where you're able to sort out all those influences and kind of get your thoughts straight?
I think so, because it minimizes the amount of influence. I try, I laugh about it because I literally try to keep negative stuff out of my mind. I will turn off. I will ignore when people talk to me, and I zone out when people start talking negative, because I know how powerful that word that goes into your mind and starts influencing your mind subconsciously. It's stuff that we do. These are patterns that humans, we know that by human nature it affects us.
And that, my friends, is actually a key, not just to success of business, but to success in life overall. Learn how to filter out that negativity from your mind. Raul, before we go, is there any word you would like to tell them? Any advice in regards to doing business in El Paso?
I think, just if you believe in something, don't give up. It's going to take a long time. I always say that it takes 10 years to become an overnight success. So take your time. Enjoy the ride. It's not about just the end. There's a lot of cool things happening every single day to us and for us, so we should be grateful for that. So just believe in yourself and what you're doing, and stay a course, man. Stay stubborn in what you want to do, and keep moving forward, keep adapting, and keep learning.
Yeah, I love the fact that throughout our conversation, the key words that you have brought up was continue to learn, be humble, stay grateful, get in your zone. And I believe these are all the things that we could all benefit from, no matter what it is that we're doing. Raul, thank you so much. You guys have taken the digital world by storm. MonsterLink has been growing exponentially, and I can't wait to come back follow up with you and see where you're at next.
Thank you, guys. Thanks.
Some of the benefits of tanning are not only to get a great color, but it can also help with blood pressure, reduce stress, and you can bring up your vitamin D levels. People also enjoy tanning not only to get rid of tan lines, but to also help with muscle definition. While you're in the tanning beds, you can also take time to relax, even though it's only a 10-minute session or less. Here at Glow Tanning, the Luxura beds also offer aromatherapy and surround sound system, which you can also relax and listen to your favorite tunes, and it just gives them a zen kind of feeling while they're sitting in the bed. I think people will enjoy the beds here more than anywhere else in town because they are more high-tech, they offer more technology in the bed itself, and they're wider, bigger, more relaxing, along with curved acrylic for a more relaxing lay-down experience while you're tanning. We invite anybody to come here to Glow Tanning to try out our new beds. We can also give you one session free so you can experience the Luxura bed.
Leslie, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing well. I hear that you are getting into the film industry, participated in a 48-hour challenge, and have been in all kinds of entertainment field here locally. Tell me a little bit about that. Tell me what the experience was like, and tell me what you're up to now.
Okay, well, Luna Soleil Studios started at the El Paso 2-day film challenge last year. We got together a group of actors, producers, directors, cinematographers, screenwriters, and we decided we were going to jump in and make a film in 2 days.
What was that like?
It was great, honestly. Needless to say, we learned a lot. Making a film in 2 days as your first project together as a group, especially a group that didn't know each other. It was challenging, but it was a great experience, and the film came out amazing.
And so after doing this, you guys obviously enjoyed working together so much so that you opened the company. What are your plans to now?
Well, our goals right now are to we're creating short films right now. Our goal is to work on a feature film, which we started a collaborative project with Somerset Pictures, Josh Smith and Ian Gillen, and we are working on a feature film called Ghost Train. So we're working on that right now. That should be completed in September, give or take.
So for people that are just getting started in the industry, what's your advice to them?
Do not give up. Do not let anyone slow you down. That's my advice. Just keep going, keep working on your projects. You know, you may have a script that you don't like, but you never know who else is going to like that script. And part of being in the film industry is making things you don't like.
Very good. And if somebody wants to get a hold of you guys, where would they do so?
They can contact us on our website, www.lunasoleilstudios.com, or they can go to our Facebook page. We are also on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter.
Very cool. Awesome. Thank you so much, Leslie. I look forward to seeing all those projects you guys got coming up and following up with you.
Visit Glow and Tanning Boutique for your highest experience in luxury tanning and the latest technology in town. Glow Tanning and Boutique, 2106 Zaragoza.
All right, guys, welcome back to Elevator Paso. We have made our way down to 306 Studios with Benny Chang. Benny, how are you, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Well, he is a remarkable figure. He is one of those guys that gets a vision, goes after it, and doesn't stop till he reaches it. 306 Studios is, besides a music TV show, it is also a studio that has been given an opportunity to local artists to really be able to work on their music and expand beyond the limitations that they may currently have. He's been affecting our local scene in a great manner to the point where we are now getting ready to actually have an award ceremony. So, Benny, we're here to talk to you a little bit about that. But first, tell us a little bit about the history of the studio itself.
Sure. This started off with an idea, and everybody has ideas, as you know. But I've always believed that the people that put forth work, action to it, it will come to fruition. So this started with an idea, and this was just a small suite. We started doing some small videos like everybody in their infancy, a little recording studio and such. And then we had developed a film that was on at Premier Cinemas, and it was a sold-out show. And within that show, we had I had written the script, the film, and everything, directed it. And there, they allowed us to have musicians there because it was a local film. And we had featured artists. We had written the score, the music for it. And we presented it to a great success. After that, we invited the people down to the studio once again because we were going to host a little after party. And that after party, we had some people perform here on this, which wasn't as big as this now, but here in this platform. And that's where the idea grew to do this like in a weekly thing. So having have done the movie, having have written the music for it, and having the performers that helped me write music for that perform here for the people that were in attendance at the theater, was a great joy for them. So I saw a need for that then because they were all, this is great, are you going to have another one again? So then I started thinking about it, and with time I created the 306 Sessions concert series, which is a community artistic platform to highlight musicians within this area. And I said, let's get it done. So I got together with some friends and got a host and used my cameras, and then we started on YouTube.
And this is how many years ago now?
About three or so.
3 years ago. And when was it that you were able to transfer from doing online YouTube to being broadcasted?
Well, after a second movie that I did, which received recognition by the city, and we had a press conference outside City Hall twice for that actual initiative that we took. Then it was premiered at the Plaza Film Festival, and it was at the Dallas Film Festival, and it was featured on television. So the people and the network wanted to interview the producer. And so I was there, and they asked me a whole bunch of questions, and I told them what I did, how it was. It was a community movie, and they asked me about the music on that specific film. And I said, well, I wrote it, and I wrote this one and that one. We started talking about music. And then they asked me, do you have anything musical, videos or anything like? So I was prepared. I had the YouTube formats that we had recorded for the 306 Sessions concert series there.
For all our local artists, that's what we want to do here at the 306 Sessions, is give people a stage, whether they've been performing for a while or just really want to try some new songs or just want to try a new cool stage. Trust house. Let's give him another round of applause.
Just machines made by tinier machines, ruled by physics and chemistry, inanimate at the core.
And I presented it to them, and they were they loved it, and they said, this is great that they had been looking to do a production like Austin City Limits for their programming, something that was unique and music bound and with great quality and audio, because that's usually the issue when you record something that's live with music. So we were prepared because since we have a house, amazing state-of-the-art recording studio, we were able to track every instrument, so it sounded clean. So that's how 306 grew, and now it's a viable thing. It's incredible, like you were saying. It has given me the opportunity to grow with this community and give them an opportunity for them to showcase and share their music, because this is what I believe you are about, and so am I, about sharing our knowledge, our platform, so they can have a place for people to see them and people to hear them, and that's what 306 Sessions is about.
That's exactly right, and that is actually two of the main keys to success no matter what you do. Number one, always be prepared. Chang was telling us that he showed up, he did an event, and just randomly he was asked about it, but he was prepared, and that allowed him to seize the moment. Secondly, the mentality, the philosophy behind doing business is for everybody to learn and grow along with you. This has also been a key to his success, and I believe it'll be a key to everybody's success regardless of what you're doing. Now, Chang, you've evolved your studio. It's turned into a TV show. It's successful. We are now at a point where we're getting ready to do a music award ceremony. Tell us about that. That's, well, first for El Paso.
It is. After 3 years or so of we've had over 400 artists on the stage. We've had people from Oakland, Denver, Vegas, Detroit, Boston, Ohio, Miami, Mexico, all over New Mexico, and all over Texas.
Right.
So that has inspired me to do something. That inspired me to do something for our community, and which was an award show. And this type of award show will be recognized for its musicality, for its artistry, for where an award for me actually belongs, which is in the talent. One of the stage is going to be a smaller one where the host will be talking from, and then we're going to have a big old stage where the presenters will be talking about the categories, and each category will have 3 nominees, and of course there will also have like 12 live performances, 1 host or 2 hosts, 20 presenters, 12 live performances, 17 categories, with 45 nominees, and music and a fashion show.
Wow, that sounds really incredible. And when should we expect to start hearing about this, and when is it set to be on?
This will occur in June the 8th.
Excellent. Benny, before we go, any last words or any advice for those that are trying to just get started in the industry?
Yes, of course. I mean, one of the things that's most important for me is motion. And you have to keep moving no matter what. I mean, everybody has gone through bad stuff. But if you don't continue moving, you'll never get to where you want to be, A lot of times I do ask the people that they're complacent with themselves. I ask them, hey, if you like receiving what you've been receiving, continue doing what you're doing.
Exactly.
If you don't like receiving what you've been receiving, you got to change the way you're doing things.
Exactly.
So you got to keep moving forward with a good positive mentality, and things will happen. On the grind all the time. That's what I say.
If they want to get a hold of you, where do they do so?
They can get a hold of us at 306 Sessions on all social media, or send info to 306sessions@gmail.com.
Thank you so much. I hope we're able to come back, visit with you one more time.
Absolutely.
And keep in mind, guys, 3 laws we mentioned: preparation, and the law of momentum, and being that ability to just jump on it, that taking and carpe diem, seize that moment. Stick around, guys. We have more for you.
Everyone who has accomplished something in their lives have failed. Life is going to bring you down at one point, and you're going to fail. It's whether you pick yourself back up and continue to do something after, or you just let that failure bring you down. Giving up isn't an option. The motivation to keep going is determination. If you have determination, then you're gonna get the goal that you want. But if you just let life knock you down, then you're never gonna really get anywhere. People who do things with their lives and get the goals and become successful have probably failed many times, but they choose to take those as a lesson instead of just doing with it. They learned from that experience and they grew as a person off of it and got knowledge from it. You can do that. There's going to be people who bring down your confidence and let you not believe in yourself. There's going to be things and complications in life. It's hope that will help. The tiniest bit of hope will make a huge difference, and believing in yourself when no one else does. Everything in life is going to be a struggle at one point. But if you really, really want it, then you're gonna fight for it. Because if you don't fight for it, then there's no point. Determination is trying every day and working at it every day. One day, little by little, building up to your goal. One day you can start and it may not be successful and it's not something that you're gonna get within an hour. But think of it as dance. If you're constantly working at it, you're gonna get better. Or playing an instrument. It doesn't just naturally come to you. But the more you work on it, the more you practice, the more it will, and you'll get to your goal. You can be successful. You just have to have a different mindset. And all that negativity and all those negative thoughts, you have to block them out. And you're gonna have some days where you're really stressed and where you just feel like you're bad at it. You take a rest that day. But the next day, you start over and you try again. And the next, and then you're gonna get there. Remember, when you have a definite goal, failure isn't a thing. You take it as a lesson. This is Kersten Lara from Elevator Paso Teens. See you next week.